I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Youth Congress 2013. We call Sheldon to come forward to give a word of prayer.
Good morning. Please stand as we pray. As we've gathered this morning, oh God, we pray that you will bless this morning's proceedings. We pray, oh God, that the participants' minds will be alert and that you will give good judgment to the judges, oh Father. We pray that as we, oh Father, put you first, oh God, we pray that you will bless today's event and that everything will run smoothly, oh Father. We pray these prayers in your name. Amen.
Of beauty, our country where peace abounds, thy children stand free on the strength of will and love, with God in all the struggles, St. Kitts and Nevis be a nation bound together with a common destiny. As stalwarts we stand for justice and liberty, with wisdom and truth we will serve and honor thee. No sword, no spear can conquer, for God will sure defend. His blessings shall forever to posterity extend. I should introduce myself. I am Dawson Adley. I'm a Tourism Development Officer in the Ministry of Tourism. Okay, we will continue and we'll have the welcoming remarks by Ms. Vanessa Webb, Tourism Education Officer.
His Honor, Mr. Eustace John, Deputy Governor General, other colleagues from the Ministry of Tourism. Let me acknowledge the management and staff representing the Bank of Nevis Limited, our major sponsor for today's event, in the person of Mr. Everett Martin, General Manager, and Ms. Bronte Swanston, the Marketing Officer at the bank, Ms. Ellen Grant, Senior Education Officer at the Department of Education, principals of schools, teachers, students, parents, specially invited guests, our officials, our judges. We acknowledge the press and our star student of today's event. At the head table, we single out Samish Gishad, Youth Junior Minister of Tourism, outgoing. And to everyone here this morning, a very pleasant good morning. We thank the Almighty for bringing us all here. Welcome to the 2013 Bank of Nevis Limited Tourism Youth Congress, being hosted by the Ministry of Tourism. I commend the students who are participating in today's event for bravely coming forward. Nelia Jones, Shaquem Paris of the Gingerland Secondary School, Clarice Elliott, who will be here shortly, Nikayla Tyson of the Charleston Secondary School, and Keelia English of the Lynn Jeffers Secondary. These students will assume a very important role here this morning as junior ministers of tourism for the island Nevis, and will engage in discussions on current issues that are impacting tourism and hospitality as an industry. They will be sharing their views on how Nevis can move forward to develop tourism and become more competitive as a destination. This event will be moderated by Youth Junior Minister Samish Gishad. Today, we have a wonderful opportunity to listen to our youth. Major corporate sponsor, the Bank of Nevis Limited, will offer prizes to all participants in the form of trophies and cash prizes through the youth savers account at the bank. And they're encouraging all of us who have children and all of the students in here to make sure you have your youth savers account. The Ministry of Tourism held a number of preliminary activities to prepare students for the event. These activities included field trips and training sessions with industry personnel. A breakfast media launch was held with the students on Tuesday, 23rd April at the Mount Nevis Hotel. And we wish to thank all those who have been instrumental in helping us to get to this point. We are ever grateful to the Ministry and Department of Education for allowing us the opportunity to carry out programs of tourism awareness and the important role tourism plays in our economy within the schools. We thank the schools for collaborating with us. And now, let me just say a little more about our platinum sponsor, to whom we are extremely grateful, the Bank of Nevis Limited. Today, they are not only made contribution or tangible contributions, as I mentioned, trophies on the Youth Savers account, but their intangible contribution has been overwhelming. The keen interest and support they have given throughout the planning and implementation stages. We want to say thank you. We at the Ministry of Tourism are sincerely thankful and happy for this harmonious partnership, which we are hoping will not be put to sunder. Allow me to provide some background on the Tourism Youth Congress. The Youth Congress is an initiative of the Caribbean Tourism Organization and is structured to mirror a CTO Board of Directors meeting. Students ages 14 to 17 will assume the role of junior ministers of tourism and discuss their views on contemporary issues affecting the industry. The Youth Congress will take the format of 2 rounds of presentation. In round 1, students have 3 minutes to put forward their views on the topic that they have been given to research. Participants have been given a choice of 2 topics for discussion, either multi-generational travel or Caribbean agritourism. Round 2, however, calls for impromptu discussions on a mystery topic that the students will be given today. Students will have 2 minutes to prepare for this presentation on the mystery topic and 1 minute to share their views on the given topic. The winning student will earn the title Youth Junior Minister of Tourism for Nevis. The local winner of this year's contest will represent Nevis in the Regional Tourism Youth Congress, which will be held during CTO's State of the Industry Conference to be held in Martinique from 16 to 18th October 2013. We wish all the participants good luck, all the best. Just relax. We know you have a lot to give out to us today, and we just want to remind you that you are all winners. Let us show them our best appreciation after each presentation. To everyone, I say enjoy the morning and thank you for being here. Thank you and may God bless you.
We'll continue and we'll have a representative from Bank of Nevis to give us some brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Deputy Governor General, Mr. Eustace John, the Tourism Education Officer, Mrs. Webb, and Mr. Dawson Utley, Tourism Officer, officers from the Ministry of Tourism, Mrs. Ellen Grant from the Ministry of Education, principals, students from the participating schools, judges, participants, the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very pleased to be here once again to support the Nevis Tourism event, the Tourism Congress. The Bank of Nevis has over the years been committed to its corporate social responsibility in the Nevisian community. We believe that by building a socially responsible institution, we will enhance our business reputation and indeed create an environment of goodwill for all of our stakeholders. Accordingly, the Bank of Nevis Limited is pleased to once again sponsor the Tourism Youth Congress. Our sponsorship is indeed a commitment to the development and education of our young people and the promotion of the tourism industry. The Bank of Nevis Limited continues to invest in the education of the youth in Nevis through its annual Dr. Simeon Daniel Bank of Nevis Scholarship and Academic Excellence Awards. Also, we continue to invest millions of dollars in the development of the tourism product on Nevis, as well as the promotion of the industry. Our sponsorship of today's event, therefore, is our continued commitment to improving the quality of life for all Nevisians. And as Ms. Webb mentioned earlier on, we want to encourage the young people who are here with us today and those who may be listening via the media to visit the bank and open your Youth Savers account. The whole concept of the Youth Savers account is to encourage young people to save and also to encourage the parents to save for the education of the young people. We believe that this particular product is not only for assisting with your education as it relates to whether primary or high school, but it is a foundation for saving towards university. A number of persons actually have saved and have been very pleased with the product, and so we want to encourage all of you here today. Those of you who are parents and those of you who are students, tell your parents about it. I want to therefore close by wishing all the participants success and to congratulate the Ministry of Tourism for once again organizing the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, for your kind remarks. Mrs. Lornette Hanley. Now, Mrs. Hanley is presently a librarian attached to the Charlestown Public Library. She previously worked as Chief Curator, Archivist for 20 years with the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society. Mrs. Hanley has a master's degree in museum studies at Leicester University, UK in the United Kingdom, and therefore she would have training in management and archiving, which is a specialized form of library training. Additionally, she holds a certificate in museum studies from the Commonwealth Association of Museum, Canada, and a certificate in communication through media and technology from Walden University in the USA. Mrs. Hanley has benefited from a number of workshops, both regionally and internationally. Some of these workshops include the preservation of photographic collections in archival holdings, Curacao, and the Smithsonian, Washington, D.C., Caribbean Digital Library Workshop in Trinidad, Information and Human Rights, the social, cultural, and ethical aspects of information society on Aruba, and the digital content management for librarians on St. Vincent. Mrs. Hanley also serves as the Education USA Advisor for Higher Education. Mrs. Hanley enjoys her job because it puts her in position to help people and to give customer satisfaction. Her major task presently is the automation of the public library system. Having worked at the museums and archives for so many years, Mrs. Hanley has extensive knowledge of our local history and actually is a presenter at the training workshops for taxi drivers. In 2005, She was awarded by the Ministry of Tourism for outstanding contribution towards tourism development in Nevis. Her dream is to help and see establish a literacy institution on Nevis that will consist of a modern library and archives. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Lornette Hanley. Here we have, next to Ms. Lornette Hanley, we have Mr. Kerry Hendrickson. Mr. Kerry Hendrickson is from Hanley's Road, Gingerland. He attended Gingerland Secondary School. Shortly after, he attended the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College, where he attained an associate degree in tourism and hospitality studies. He later pursued and attained his Bachelor of Science degree in hospitality and tourism management at the University of the West Indies, Cayville, and that's also my alma mater. His working experience entails working at TDC Airlines, passenger carrier agent, the Four Seasons Resort as a receptionist, at the Bank of Nova Scotia, Nevis as a personal banking assistant, and Caribbean Cable Communications as a customer service supervisor, and present, he's at the Four Seasons Resort working as the resort assistant manager. He believes strongly in the view that tourism touches everyone, and with the proper awareness and education, the benefits of tourism could be maximized and the impacts could minimize for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kerry Hendrickson. Okay, next to Kerry, we have Ms. Suzanne Gordon. Now, Ms. Suzanne Gordon is the owner of Sugar Mill Real Estate on Nevis. She has lived in Nevis for 16 years. She's a former journalist in the US for 35 years. She's active in historic preservation on the island and has a master's degree in historic preservation and is very interested in historic sites. She rents houses to tourists and works with many tourists who visit Nevis. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Suzanne Gordon.
Please allow me to adopt the protocol so ably established. I am Samish Ishad, 2012 Junior Youth Minister of Tourism. Welcome again to the 2013 Bank of Nevis Limited Tourism Youth Congress hosted by the Ministry of Tourism. The participants are Neela Jones, Shaquem Paris of the Gingerland Secondary School, Keris Elliott, Michaela Tyson of the Charleston Secondary School, and Keelia English of the Lake Jeffers Secondary School. Today, our participants have worked on two topics. Topic number one, multi-generational travel. Some call it multi-generational travel, others call it grand tripping. But the idea of grandparents traveling with their children and grandchildren is very evident today and is one of the fastest growing segments of the travel industry, according to the Travel Industry Association in the USA. According to travel experts, the most important part of organizing a three-generational vacation is to be able to accommodate everyone's needs. As Junior Minister of Tourism or Commissioner of Tourism in your country, share what advice you would give to your government to facilitate and promote multi-generational travel to your country and how your country's tourism products and services would cater to the varied needs of the three generations. Topic 2, Caribbean agritourism. There's more to it than visiting the farms. According to the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, IICA, Caribbean agritourism consists of several approaches that include A, when farmers and agri-processors supply hotels and restaurants with local produce and processed food. B, through the use of natural remedies, bush medicines, and organic treatments to promote health and wellness. C, by sharing our agricultural heritage such as visits to old plantations or agricultural museums. D, through our local food festival and culinary traditions. E, with farm-based activities such as rural bed and breakfast and farm tourism. F, through community-based initiatives such as village fairs, farmers markets, and rum shop tourism. As Junior Minister or Commissioner of Tourism in your country, select 2 of the above approaches that you would recommend to your tourism colleagues in your country to help promote agritourism and justify your recommendations. Students are required to prepare one of these 2 topics below, and each student will be given 3 minutes to express his or her thoughts on the chosen topic. For the mystery topic, you will be allowed 2 minutes to prepare and 1 minute to deliver. Our first participant is from the Gingerland Secondary School, Ms. Neela Jones, and she will be presenting on agritourism.
Agriculture and tourism are intersected. It is where the public visits a working farm to buy products, enjoy entertainment, participate in activities, or eat a meal, according to Jane Eckert. Colleagues, a pleasant good morning to all. As Junior Minister of Tourism in my country, I will promote health and wellness through the use of our natural remedies and organic treatments. I will ensure the local doctors have sessions with tourists and allowing them to sample our bush remedies. I will coordinate with the Hotel Association to ensure local bush medicines are offered as tourist products and services. Also, tourists will be exposed to nature walks to the rainforest, where they can learn about the different types of plants used for treatments. This will give the tourists the first-hand experience as they walk and see the plants which will be used to cure sickness and diseases. The introduction of an organic spa will be the cherry on top to promote health and wellness for the tourist. The spa will offer body wraps using seaweed and noni to relax the tourist muscles while vacationing. In addition, local honey and lime facials or cucumber facials, which will give the tourists a fresh look and feel, will be provided. In addition to promote agritourism, I will build a rural bed and breakfast at the New River Estate. The bed and breakfast will be one of a difference, as the tourists will get the opportunity to engage in farm-based activities. The layouts will include building small cottages to the estate to get the real farm experience. A bakery and small-scale agro-processing plants will be placed on the property as well. The bakery will bake delicacies of bread such as carrots, cassava, or sweet potato, as well as croissants and muffins made from fruits and vegetables grown on the farm. The small-scale agro-processing plants will produce a variety of jams, jellies, sweets, green seasoning, you name it. An opportunity will be provided for tourists to engage in the baking of agro-processing. This will allow the tourists to wake up early in the morning to participate in farm activities. Farm activities will include planting crops, harvesting them, and learn how to take care of them. Also, they will get the opportunity to visit the local animal farms nearby, such as Jones Chicken Farm. The opportunity will also be provided to the tourists to take part in the farm activities there. However, this does not stop there, as the tourists will also get the experience of eating locally grown crops on the farm for their breakfast. This will all definitely be an experience for any tourist. Can you picture it now, Junior Minister Tyson? A tourist waking up in the morning to the fresh sea breeze and going to the dining room for breakfast, and there on the menu is a choice of breads, fresh eggs, an array of fresh fruits and drinks locally made, and jams, and of course, bush tea. My dear fellow colleagues, there is more to it than visiting farms. Come on, let us build the bread and breakfast. Let us build a spa. Let us give the tourists the experience of their lives. Let us teach them about our bush medicine. Let us give them the nature tours. Let us push the agro-tourism industry forward. Nous pouvons la faire. We can do it. I thank you.
The numbers are impressive. One of the hottest trends and fastest growing facets in travel and hospitality is the sharp growth in multi-generational travel, according to the Travel Industry Association in the United States of America. Multi-generational travel is defined as a trip of parties in 3 or more generations, according to the preferred hotel group. Fellow colleagues, listening audience, and enlightened and pleasant good morning. As Junior Minister of Tourism, the advice that I will give to the government to facilitate and promote multi-generational travel and how the country's tourism products and services should cater to the very needs of the 3 generations is buying and refurbishing the Old Manor Hotel. The Omana estate was erected in the late 1700s and the early 1800s. The cut stone buildings housed blacksmiths, estate workers, hospital and smokehouse. It was birthed into an operating hotel, now under critical conditions. Fellow colleagues, buying and refurbishing this enchanting retreat set on the gentle slopes of Nevis Peak and in the lush tropical gardens extending over 10 acres is definitely ideal for multi-generational travel. Buying and refurbishing the Omana Hotel to accommodate the multi-generational travelers to the 4 A's of tourism: accommodation, attraction, accessibility, and amenities. Buying and refurbishing the hotel to allow connecting rooms and adding villas allow the generations of family to stick together and share memories that are precious. The family-oriented rooms and villas will have fully furnished kitchens, giving the generations of family an opportunity to prepare meals in a relaxed environment. In addition, accommodation room rates for multi-generational travelers will allow children 12 years and under to stay free of charge once the family stays over 3 days in the hotel. The hotel will offer all the Goldie nature walks as one of its main attractions. This entails taking nature walks to the surrounding villages where the travelers can see and taste the fruits and vegetables and seeing the island's native animals. Fellow colleagues, what an experience it will be as tourists let the hummingbirds and green vervet monkeys lead the way. On donkeys as the 3 generations of tourists become fascinated by the various, interactive and interesting animals. Engaging in such walks will open up the traveler's mind to the different varieties of succulent and mouth-watering fruits and vegetables naturally grown on the island. Can you imagine tourists actually taking a stop up Rollins and experiencing picking and drinking a coconut jelly or a mango? I am certain this will be an awe moment for most if not all the travelers as they enjoy the tropical breeze. Other packages at the hotel will include taking hikes up at Peak Haven, Nevis Peak and the water source, all inclusive in the package. The exercise will be excruciating, but after making it at the top, it will be all worth it, while overlooking the beautiful scenery of the outer skirts of Nevis. As I conclude, this idea thrown on the table will bring great revenue to the island of Nevis and better market it. With such services offered at the hotel, multi-generational travelers are bound to leave smiling. Memories are precious, and travel experiences nurture impressions that will never be forgotten.
Research conducted by Preferred Hotel Group in December 2011 reveals that multi-generational travel, for example, grandparents, children, and grandchildren, traveling as a group is the next powerful growth opportunity in the travel industry. Therefore, Nevis ought to get with the program. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I wish to discuss how Nevis can facilitate multi-generational travel. Madam Moderator, to facilitate this idea, our policies must be stimulating. Incentive packages, including tax exemptions, should be offered to groups. They must in return offer benefits such as children room-free and multi-generational friendly accommodations. Similar incentives should be offered to agencies that promote Nevis as the ideal destination for customized family vacations. Colleagues, to entice multi-generational travelers, it is imperative that we make our tourism product top-notch. We should maintain high standards for our cuisine and Nevisan experiences. We should also ensure that visitors access Nevis with minimum travel hassle. For multi-generational traveling involving connecting flights may be very frustrating. Similarly, check-in areas for multi-generational parties should be available at airports and accommodations. Special training should also be offered to ensure that businesses know how to customize their services. Madam Moderator, we cannot have a one-size-fits-all approach. Like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, every generation should be accommodated. To accommodate the minors, we should add to our heritage village an indigenous zoo and entertainment center. Also, a cultural academy for minors to regale in cultural practices such as kite making. Additionally, the horse racing track should be the site for a donkey sanctuary for the middle-aged to engage in donkey watching and donkey back riding. Nature trail tours with donkey-drawn carts should also provide an exotic experience. Madam Moderator, the Bad Springs region, known for its therapeutic value, should be transformed into a unique seniors complex, offering personalized massages. Likewise, a heritage haven should await the music of the legendary fife and drum and expose the deep secrets of our cuisine and bush medicines. In fact,
The entire family should savor Nevis, lovely Nevis, at multi-generational family nights with folklore featuring monkeys, moonlight family-style dining, and family local history foods. Madam Moderator, it is against this backdrop that Nevis must facilitate multi-generational traveling. Remember, tourism touches me, tourism touches you, tourism benefits everybody.
Thank you, Ms. Elliott. And now we will have Michaela Tyson, also from the Charleston Secondary School, presenting on multi-generational travel.
Madam Moderator, what's the biggest trend we find in travel today? Multi-generational travel, which makes up 56% of the people who travel to the Caribbean. As Junior Minister of Tourism, it is important to take a fresh look to see if we are really positioned for attracting these grandparents and families who are on the hunt now for their next family experience. Fellow ministers, this market has to be expanded to include voluntourism and adventure travel experiences that can be shared by grandparents, parents, and children alike. In August 2012, the New York Times published an article headline, "Volunteer Family Trips. Is your family ready?" Acknowledging a new trend towards parents wanting to immerse their children in socially conscious trips. There are many community projects that could be deemed rewarded by vacationing families and may include school and church enhancement projects or even beach cleanups. These volunteer programs have to be marketed in a way to appeal to every member of the family, with recognition being given to them. I see one of the managers of Nevis Plantation here today. Other hotels can emulate and expand on Nevis Plantation Pack-to-Go program, which encourages guests to pack items they no longer need, which they could donate to the schools and community. This travel market is seeking much more than price. They want recognition, authenticity, and a sense of personal satisfaction. Indulge me for a minute. Close your eyes and imagine. Imagine yourself on a thrilling zip line soaring through the cool Gingerland Mountains. Up close and personal with the monkeys and birds. A perfect mix of adventure and peaceful tranquility. You feel it, you feel it? Drop, cover, hold on to that imagination as you land in this tropical sanctuary. Yes, experiencing the exhilaration of a world-class zipline adventure in Nevis is an essential investment that can pay dividends. Peak Haven has already established itself as a place for family fun. Why not expand it further and seek funding to develop this ziplining adventure tour with Peak Haven as the base? Little adventurers could accompany their grandparents on a leisurely walk with Mr. Herbert along the nature trail. It's all about providing options that make the time together most enjoyable. Colleagues, how can it be better than this? Volunteering on the authentic island of Nevis? Awesome. Zip lining through the mountains of Hawaii? Amazing. Bonding together as a family and creating memories to last a lifetime? Ah, priceless. I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tyson. And now we'll have our last presenter, Ms. Kelia English of the Linjapa Secondary School.
Multi-generational travel is traveling in a party that consists of 3 or more generations. This type of experience is becoming more and more popular as parents are taking trips or extended vacation with their children and also their parents. As such, tourist destinations should try to ensure that their facilities are such that they would cater for all ages. Since this is becoming a popular type of travel, we ought to make our package such that they will cater for all ages and not deter the tourists. Packages should therefore be clear and precise and have something in them for everyone. They should not be very expensive, but should be such that the families will find them affordable. So, as Junior Minister, I will establish a package called the FFA, package. This means fun for all. This package will contain different activities that all generations will enjoy together, as its main focus will be on maintaining the family unit. This will be a prepaid package which contains hotel accommodation, marine exploration, observation of wildlife, fun trips, and dining options. Accommodation in this package will be in the villa, since the main idea is to have the family together. Because some travelers have never seen different marine life or never saw them in their natural habitat, or even if they did, they never have been in a close range. This package will provide snorkeling, diving, and even turtle watching. This will be an amazing experience for all three generations to witness marine life in its natural habitat and being able to be up close and personal with them too. As such, when they return and talk about their trip, all can add to the conversation and none will feel jealous. Also, many travelers have never seen wild animals in their natural habitat. Opportunities will be provided for these experiences. Our beautiful land of Nevis is full of wild animals like monkeys, donkeys, horses, birds, and mongoose, etc. The list goes on and on. So why not use this to our advantage? How, you may ask? Well, by simply having Animal Watch. Travelers will be able to watch monkeys, donkeys, horses, and mongoose in their habitat. They would even be able to ride on donkeys and horses for the experience. And after a long day of fun, families like to be able to sit back and have a nice and peaceful dinner. So why not accommodate all three generations? Families want to be able to dine at a restaurant or eating establishment that gives them the island experience. They also want one with menus that accommodate all generations. We will therefore ensure that all menus are child-friendly and that the children will be comfortable sharing. I thank you.
Wow, all the participants were exceptionally well, and I know that they have worked tirelessly in preparing their speeches. Now it's time for the mystery topic. Colleagues, you must remember that 2 minutes are for your preparation. If you go over this, you will be in big trouble. And 1 minute is to explain your ideas. Community tourism is a form of tourism which aims to include and benefit local communities. People living within the community work together to identify resources that can be used to attract tourists to the community. As Junior Minister of Tourism for your island, outline one initiative you will implement to promote community tourism in Nevis. Choose the village or community where you will implement your initiative. Again, community tourism is a form of tourism which aims to include and benefit local communities. People living within the community work together to identify resources that can be used to attract tourists to that community. As Junior Minister of Tourism for your island, outline one initiative you will implement to promote community tourism in Nevis. Choose the village or community where you will implement your initiative.
Of tourism will improve the quality of life for all Nevisians, as tourism touches everyone. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I will have a night for cultural exposure in my community of St. James. Of course, here the tourists can be taught how to dance with the masquerades by Mr. Colin Stapleton, or also learn the basic art of steel pan by being taught by Mr. Junior Paris, my fellow colleague's father, or Mr. Rohan Claxton. Also, they can be serenaded by some of our local singers such as Ali. Trust me, I think the tourists would love to dance to that. Well, my fellow ministers, think of this as it relates to tourism. Vacation, they're taking it. Our culture, they will enjoy it. Our hospitality, they bask in it. Community tourism, we have to promote it. Authentic Nevis, they will definitely enjoy it. I thank you. Junior Minister of Tourism, I would implement community tourism in Gingerland, specifically hard times, mainly because there is a basketball field and a tennis court. This may be helpful in the community tourism by offering sports tourism. Community tourism is about everyone. Remember, tourism touches you, tourism touches me, tourism benefits everybody.
Nevis, oh lovely Nevis, what beauty you have to exhibit. As Junior Minister of Tourism in my country, the initiative I will take to promote community tourism is to reopen the Hard Time Cornmeal Building. By doing this, I will host village fairs once a month. Here we will showcase the bread food which our tourists will enjoy, as we know it is part of our national dish and it is the main food of Rollins Village. The masquerading, oh my God, the tourists will enjoy this. As we know, the bus driver nicknamed Chicken is one of our masqueraders here on Nevis. Come on, let us push the tourism industry forward. I know we can do it.
Nevis, lovely Nevis. As Junior Minister of Tourism, to promote community tourism, I will erect villas or cabins up in Rollins Village, where the tourists can stay and the villagers prepare breakfast, lunch and dinner. Everybody knows Rollins is full of all the fruits and vegetables, bread food, mango and anything else. Villagers can take the tourists on walks to the village and they can interact with the animals in the village. Villagers and the tourists can interact every 2 days in the week for cultural night.
Minister, I will implement the Bat Village. At a time, the Bat Hotel was used, so why not fix it up and turn it into a hotel for tourists that are here for healing purposes? Why? They can easily walk outside and relax in the hot bath for its healing waters. Or even if they want to take a little bath in the hot spring, they can do that also. I thank you.
All our participants have presented, and now it's up to the judges to make the decision.
Good morning. It's still morning, yes. To everyone. First, I would like to offer my deepest sympathy to the judges. I think they're going to have a tremendous, impossible task. I would not have wanted to be one of them. Now I see why I am never selected to be a judge. Because I have already chosen my winner and my bottom person. My winner is that one. And the person who comes last is that one. By that you would see that I am saying they're all winners. It doesn't matter to me who is first, second, or sixth, or whatever. I think they all did a marvelous job. I want to congratulate them. I want to congratulate their schools, the teachers who were involved in preparing them, the education officers. I know the system is education officers also have a hand in these type of things. And I can see that a lot of work went into the preparation for this debate. I am hoping that, and this is not for the judges, this is for the rest of us, that we would all remember that the minister is not yet elected. So don't judge the person as a minister. Judge the person as looking to win an election. So let us not judge on the tone of their voice or on, any little itch here or itch there. 2 weeks after they are sworn in, you will see a great difference. So I would encourage us not to say so-and-so didn't sound good, or so-and-so, drop her voice or his voice or anything like that. They're not elected yet. They're going to be elected in the next couple of minutes. Okay? I hope this isn't a St. John's counting. And that we will get it in the next couple of minutes. All right? And that we'll get it in the couple of minutes. But someone would be inaugurated. I don't know how they're going to do it. But we're going to have a new junior minister in tourism. I would also like to congratulate our passing out junior minister of tourism. She did an excellent job moderating the entire program. I believe that we are looking at a senior minister of tourism in the not too long distance. All in all, I'm glad to see that we had a good turnout of students, and I certainly hope that everybody enjoyed the debate. I certainly enjoyed it. I am going to start going to Rollins and over the Bath and in St. James's and the other places, because they have sold their various communities. I love the community part, because each one, pressed for their various community. I like Gingerland. Why? Well, I'm from up there. That's the only bias. I mean, nothing else. No thing. So congratulations to all of you.
I feel so special because this is it's an exercise with distinction. Last year, this event was held at the Nevis Cultural Center. And before the judges selected the winner, I was so impressed by the now junior minister, Somish Gishar. Even before the judges made the decision, I knew she was an outright winner. And listening to her this morning, I really admire the way she conducts herself. Her speech, her eloquence, it really is remarkable for a young lady. And I'm hoping that she takes that behavior forward as she grows up into a wonderful, I would say, politician. She looks like she's going to be a politician. I want to say also that I was so impressed with the prospective ministers at the table this morning. I just feel like I want to salute you, serenade you, bow to you. You were so exceptional this morning. And I know that you are well prepared, your teachers worked with you, your parents worked with you, and you did not fail them today. Students, especially the young man sitting at the table, I think you have done well. For a young man to come out right and say, well, I don't mind the amount of ladies sitting up here. I'm going to show them that I have talent. And you have stood up and you have done well to support the male section of society. I am not saying anything to sway the judges in any way, but I think all of you stood up well this morning and you conducted yourself creditably. To the judges, I wish them well. I don't know what decision they are going to make this morning, decisions they will make, but I know we are going to leave here feeling satisfied. And without anybody feeling jealous, I want to say a special sweet 16 happy birthday to Keris Elliott. And she's going into a beautiful young lady. He's also sweet 16. Oh dear me. We have the young man a sweet 16 too. But you can say for him too. So we have 2 sweet 16s up there. And we want to wish them congratulations. On behalf of the ministry and Department of Education, I want to say that I admire you young people so much. You touch my heart, and I know you are going to do our country proud. Give it up for them, please.
It was not an easy task to do this. This happens to be one of my favorite moments, to hear about the development of Nevis, especially for the historic sites. Having done that for so many years, it kind of stick in your brain. Participants, I thought you all did an exceptional job. When I saw the topics to be discussed, I said, I really want to hear about the multi-generational tourism. For me, it is new. I mean, you see it, but then to have a name attached to the whole process. And actually, I was very surprised to find that the majority of you actually spoke to multi-generational. I thought that was great. Nelia, you stood out in the agritourism, and you did a wonderful job as well. But you need to clap for all of them. They all did a wonderful job, whether it was agri or multi-generational. For the multi-generational, let me say that, seeing that so many of you actually looked at it, I really, was looking for how you would develop your points, taking into consideration, say the three basic generation in it all. Our grandparents, maybe me, or I'm a grandparent, yeah. Say your teachers and the children. I was really looking. I think at one point I looked at my the other judges, and I didn't feel alone being so absorbed into how you could develop that, because I thought that is something that I think would be interesting to explore. Some of you actually brought them out, and some introductory, but interesting points. They all needed to, we just put them together, and I think we would have a package. I know you're anxious to hear the winner, but we have to say something to sort of get them comfortable. We feel we need to just say a few things with regards to each of the participants. I'll start with Kelia. Kelia, you spoke to the multi-generational, and you highlighted the family togetherness. We thought that was nice. At the end of the day, we want to come back together. I want to hear about what's happening there. You want to hear about the aches and pains I have in trying to climb somewhere else. Or you want to hear about the hot bath soak, etc. There was a plan of putting the package together. You ensured that. You also spoke to, and in that you spoke to choice of food. Definitely, I know you would not be interested in eating the same thing that your mom is eating. See? Definitely. So you spoke to that as well. For your second presentation, you mentioned the Bath Hotel, which we thought was very good, but all of us were looking for some more development. I know it is short, but based on you being, Nevision, we felt that you would have had a lot more or even a little bit more to talk about the development of Bath Hotel to really bring it home to us. Congratulations. Please clap for her. Nikayla, I guess I know Nikayla. I've known her for most of her life, and I know she can be, once she opens that mouth of hers, well, everybody better be quiet. She was very profound in her presentation. We thought the volunteer tourism was an interesting component, but we felt that it needed a little bit more, it needed to be more developed. You also mentioned, you made reference to historical data, which was very good. You identified areas as well, but we felt that then you went on to generalizing as a minister, and so that volunteer tourism, we felt that it needed a little bit more developed. The second part of it, you understood what you wanted to develop, for sure. And I wondered for a moment if it should have been the other way around. And my other colleagues felt the same way. But that second segment was very profound. So we want to congratulate you as well. We look at Carice, you are a minister of tourism. You brought that out. You really looked at policy. You looked at what I would do if I'm a minister. And you said it quite a few times. You also said, I would do this if I'm a minister. I would do this if I'm a minister. And you really developed your points. You really highlighted what you would do for the multi-generational tourism as well. You actually spoke to the 3 generations as well, which was very good. So I felt comfortable because I'm not sure I would have wanted to be riding a donkey. But somebody else might want to do that from the other age group. For the second part of it, you mentioned the basketball and so on, that sport. But we were kind of looking for even a few more words to link that development with the community. And we know that you could have done that. Okay? So we were looking for that. But you did well, exceptionally well as well. Please, come. Then we had Shaquille. I think we were actually surprised at Shaquille. He really spoke. He also spoke to the 3 generations as well. However, you had more emphasis on the seniors, and you really did not go into the other areas as much as we would have thought you would. After you went up into these hikes and stuff like that, I think there's some of us, I know for me, for Martha, we were looking at our knees. We're a lot older than the middle judge. And so we were thinking that, okay, these are for maybe the middle judge, and then for us, something else for the middle judge, and then you had us you had us taken care of as the seniors. But that we felt could have been developed a little more. In your second presentation, you also mentioned the placement of villas. We thought that was nice as well, but we were sort of looking for what would you do in these villas as a minister? How would you link that, maybe, any advice or how you would promote the villas that you intend to put down? So we were really looking for a little bit more development in that area. But Shaquem, and for Old Manor, because we know quite a bit of Old Manor, and we see what is happening there, and it's a pity what is happening to Old Manor now is actually happening to them. It's basically just there. And for the slaves and the different houses they have there, we were actually looking for a little bit more development on the Old Manor enterprise. Okay? Thank you, Shaquille. You did well. Then we move to Neela. Is it Neela? Okay. Neela. We felt that Neela, her introduction was very graceful. She exhibited a level of confidence, not hitting you, but this is what I would do if I'm a minister. And so the judges, we felt that we wanted to listen a little bit more, not necessarily add more to what you're saying, but we felt that we would have listened to you if you had more than 3 minutes. You were very graceful in your presentation. You had a statement of purpose. And so that made a difference as well. Your logical development was also well presented. And as one person said, one of the judges said, your presentation was very credible. And so we were comforted by that. You, however, even in your second presentation, you needed policy. You sort of brought out more our involvement in your ideas and your dreams and what you want happening. We really did not see, to a large extent, the minister, right? We saw the partnership, and for a moment I was here thinking, how interesting. We have a minister and we have a support person, and we see that they work together. So we didn't really get that minister from you. So that is something that you could, with all the ideas and stuff that you brought out and how credible you were in presenting the information, we felt that we needed that policy that Kerry's had to go with your presentation. But you did exceptionally well also. And so we want to thank all of you for that. And so then, the winners, why they always choose to say the third place first? Because nobody else will listen? True. Okay, that's an idea. Okay, good. In third place, I almost spilled the cat out of the bag here. In third place, we have Carice Elliott from the Charleston Secondary School. And she amassed a total of 552 points. In second place, we have Nikelia Tyson from the Charleston Secondary School also, and she amassed a total of 555 points. And then in first place, we have Nelia John. And she amassed a total of 564 points. Congratulations. And for Shakim and Kelia, Shakim, they all got over 500 points. Kelia's position was, well, fourth if we have fourth, 516 points. And Shakim was 505. Just some advice. I know that many times I hate competitions because right now I myself am shaking. But there are times when you find your counterparts tend to dominate, and we saw in some of you, after one or two persons spoke, you sort of shied back, and I thought that it sort of had an effect on your presentation. So when you hear people speak, it doesn't matter how good they are. You do your best. Try to outdo that. Get your points together. Do your best. You never know. I was at a session one time, an elocution contest, and there were two persons presenting the love chapter, 1 Corinthians 13. And after the first person spoke, the first person, she was forceful. She wanted you to go find that book. She wanted you to read that chapter. And the second, the person who should have, what you scheduled to speak this second time, felt, oh my goodness, what was happening? And you could see it. However, that person went and actually spoke to the audience, whereas the first spoke at the audience, the second person spoke to the audience. And at the end of it, that person who spoke second was the one who won, the person who won. And the judge said, when the first person spoke, you know that that person knew the author. They could speak, they had a good oration. They read it and they learned it. You know that person learned it. But the second presenter knew the author. So that person had the pathos to encourage and to reach to the judges and the audience. So I'm just saying that to say, because we saw it was very obvious. After some spoke, there were some of you who just, oh boy, I could never get that done as well. But continue to speak, continue to develop your sense, yourselves, and most importantly, continue to read. You need to know about the history of your island. Okay? I want to congratulate all of you on behalf of our judges. We say thank you for being so great, and we also say thank you to the audience for your participation. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And you Junior Minister Tourism, please stand and let us get a picture. Our new Youth Junior Minister Tourism needs as you congratulate everyone as he's honored.
It was certainly a well-spent morning for me, as I'm sure it was for all of us. And just before we have the distribution of the prizes and the trophies, I would like to first of all offer my congratulations, and of course on behalf of the Bank of Nevis Limited, say congratulations to the 2013 Youth or Junior Minister of Tourism in the person of Neela Jones. And also congratulations to Nicaila Tyson, the second place winner in today's. And the third place winner, Kevis Elliott. Shaquem Paris and Kelia English. All of the participants, as was said earlier this morning, did an exceptional job, and so we offer our congratulations to all of them. At this time, we will have the distribution of the prizes, and as was said previously, the prizes will take the form of youth savers accounts at the Bank of Nevis Limited, and these are special accounts for children aged from as early as birth up to 18 years. It offers a premium rate of interest. Children also receive a gift when they open the account, and if they continue to save with us, then if and when they are ready to go off to college, they will also benefit from preferential rates on their student or educational loans. And so this is an account that we encourage all parents to open for their children. This account can also be opened by godparents or any adult with an interest in a child. And I would also want to say that we also have gift certificates available. And so if you want to give this Youth Savers account to a child as a gift for excellent performance in whether it is sports or education or some other field, then you can also come into the bank and purchase a gift certificate for a Youth Savers account.